going on, guys? 7 years of what me and her have had. 7 years of sharing my life with the most beautiful woman that I've ever fallen in love with. You know, I'm Miguel, and you are?
Mariah.
You know, me and her have been together for 7 years. So, you know, we're just going to tell you a story of how me and her met and, you know, what me and her have gone through, you know, for 7 years. See, me and her are engaged.
Yo.
See, the day after her 26th birthday, I asked $1 million question, and 7 years later, here we are. So sit back, and I hope you guys enjoy the documentary. Well, you know, back then, you know, me and her went to Wilson Tech together. You know, I suffered, you know, because I used to get bullied, and, you know, I went to Wilson Tech over in Manor Plains, and, you know, they had put me in several different classes, and they put me in building trades, they put me in construction, they put me in retail, you know, and I told Ms. Bracco, you know, who was the principal at Manor Plains, I said, look, you know what, you guys can put me in one more class, but if I don't like it, just get me out of here. So then they wound up putting me in office skills, you know, and the first year in office skills, I was only there like, you know, I was only there for half the year, and I was in the afternoon, but she wasn't there with me because she had vet assisting. Right?
Yes.
So she had vet assisting, but then there was one day where she came into the classroom to print something, and I saw her and I said, whoa, who is this? And I fell in love with her, you know, and then the following year, you know, which was my senior year, it turns out that, you know, when I came in, you know, me and her had office skills together, right?
Yes.
You know, and obviously I told you that, you know, I had a crush on you. When I came up to you and I smiled, I told her I had a crush on you, what was your first reaction?
I had nervous and butterflies because when I met him in office skills, he was muscle, skinny. He was like every girl in Wilson Tech. He was like a hot throb, and every girl, like any skinny girl, no offense, don't take it seriously. Every girl was trying to ask him out, and I had a secret crush on him. And when we were in Wilson Tech, I was trying to talk to him, and the first word I said to him, he spoke full Spanish, so I wanted to talk full Spanish with him. So I said, "Hola, ¿cómo está?" and he said it, and then he was continuing, and then I stopped there, and my best friend Brittany was trying to embarrass me and make me blush. I'm like, Brittany, I'm talking to my crush. Don't embarrass me and don't make me blush. And it happened, and every time he looked at me, I got like love butterflies. I was nervous. My heart was keeping dropping in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I was sweating. I was nervous, kind of. And he sat next to me, and then my heart dropped even more. I'm like, my secret crush is sitting next to me. I don't know what to do.
Well, you know, pretty much everything that she just said right now is pretty much how she reacted, you know, when I first met her, when I first told her that I was in love with her. You know, and back in January, like, you know, towards mid-January during testing week, because I went to Smithtown High School West in the afternoon, but in the morning, me and her had office skills in Wilson Tech. You know, so like in mid-January, right around testing week, I had sent her a friend request. Because I was in love with her or whatever, and she never responded. So I said, okay, all right, you know what?
Because you sent my friend request. I'm like, because when I had a secret crush on him, when I came home from Wilson Tech, I was singing love songs. I was singing in the shower. I was looking at his photos on his Facebook without him knowing, and trying to observe and, you know, read about him a little bit. And then when he friend requested me. He's like, I was shocked. I was shocked he friend requested me.
She accepted my friend request. She sent me a message, and you know, she said, "Hi, this is Mariah from Wilson Tech. How are you?" And I got happy. You know, it was Friday, February 17, 2012. It was the last day before winter recess. You know, we started talking. You know, and I sent her a friend request in mid-January. You know, and I didn't hear from her for a couple of days. You know, almost a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, up until winter recess. I thought she had no interest in me. So I said, okay, fine. You know,
I did have an interest in him. It's just, I am the older sister of 2 sisters. So it's a lot to do in the house. My mom does not like me being on the computer 24/7. And I had a fight with my mom, like, Mom, I want to message my crush. He's messaging me, and I'm getting very upset that we keep on going out, and you're not letting me text him.
Right.
And I was getting frustrated, and yeah. And
you know, yeah, so, you know, she started talking to me and whatever. You know, we had a night of romance on Facebook Messenger. You know, well, I don't even, like 7 years ago, I don't even think it was Messenger. It was just regular Facebook. So, you know, we started talking, and then she told me, okay, tomorrow, Saturday, February 18th, do you want to come over and hang out with me? I didn't hear from her the entire day, so I thought I was left out. I thought I was just maybe false hope. You know, then Sunday, February 19th, on a bright Sunday morning, before I went to church, I started talking to her. She said, good morning, you know, how are you, or whatever. And then I said, can I ask you a question? How would you feel if I asked you out? You know, me and you could go on a casual date, and, you know, she said, yeah, sure, Miguel, I could date you. I don't mind. I'll go out with you.
I remember our first date. We went to Richie's Pizzeria, and we had cheese pizza.
Really good.
And we had soda. I guess I had a nervous twitch.
And this girl dropped the pizza face down on her chair.
Yeah. And I almost sat on it. And I'm like, so I picked up the pizza. I'm like, you know what? It's still good to eat.
Yeah.
And even though everyone was watching, but he paid for it. It was like,
yeah, of course,
$17.
And then we wound up going to Yogo's next door, which was a frozen yogurt place.
And I remember yours was vanilla, gummy worms,
yep,
gummy bears.
Yep.
I think it was chocolate chips.
Yeah, Oreo cookie pieces.
And Oreo cookie pieces. And I had the vanilla and pomegranate swirl, because that was my favorite. And
by the way, guys, don't mind the noise. You know, right now as we're filming, it's July 4th. So if you hear a lot of booming and explosions in the background, I do apologize, because people are shooting off fireworks around the neighborhood. Go ahead.
And we sat down, we were about to eat, and then he popped up, I love you question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a kind of girl that when I watch Disney movies, when I watch, you know, those mushy stuff, he choked on a gummy worm.
Yeah, I did. I choked on a gummy worm.
When he said, I love you. So that reminded me from, like, The Lion King 2, when
man.
Kiara gave an orange to Kovu and
Yep.
he choked on it.
Yep.
So that was kind of a comparison.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm patting him on the back.
Yeah.
He was almost turning blue. I'm like, someone give him water with ice.
And that was the weekend of my 20th birthday too. We were 3 days shy of my 20th birthday. So our first date was one to remember, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a comedian. It's like a comedian date kind of feel.
I guess you could say that after that date, you know, our first date, you know, it's what we got going on right now is what started 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things that me and her love doing for fun. There's a lot of things, you know, I mean, back then, you know, when it was just me and her, you know, before her sister Cindy started hanging out with us, you know, her name is Cynthia, but I just call her Cindy, it's easy, you know. So anyway, before she started hanging out with us, it used to be just me and her. Way before I started driving, you know, my father, you know, would pick me and her up, you know, me and her sometimes, you know, she'd come over the house, my father would order food, you know, Chinese, pizza, whatever it is, me and her would watch TV, we would hang out on Saturdays. There's, sometimes me and her go to Dave and Buster's. Sometimes I used to take her bowling. Then a while back, it might have been 2013 or 2014. I don't remember what year it was. But me and her went to our first duck game together. She loves baseball, me and her, we're both diehard Yankee fans. So, I said, okay, before me and you start going to major sporting events, Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, whatever, Yankees, Mets, hockey games or whatever, we'll start small and we'll go see the Long Island Ducks. It's minor league, it's a small stadium, and, going to sporting events is something that me and her now we do daily. Every now and then, we go bowling, Dave and Buster's, and now it's not only me and her sister tags along with us, and it's really cool, right?
Yes, and usually what I like to do, I am a hopeless romantic, so the things I want to do with him is go to the movie, have the house to ourselves, and spend time together. But every time that happens, his dad is home, his mom, his sister-in-law, his brother, his uncle.
Well, that was back then. That was back then, way before I started driving. But now that I drive, that's not a problem. Well, it kind of is right now because, long story short, I'm not even going to mention exactly how it happened or why it happened. But me and her were going out on a Saturday night this year, back in February. And me and her kind of got into an accident. I kind of got T-boned and I kind of lost my car. So now, instead of seeing her every week and seeing her every Sunday like I used to, now me and her we kind of gotta try to limit ourselves now, because now that I lost my car, we can't really see each other as often as I used to. But that won't stop us from having fun. I still see her occasionally. Every weekend. We go to Dave and Buster's. We go to Bayshore Marina sometimes. Sometimes we go to Wendy's. They get some Frosties.
Yes.
The girls, when I take them, I take her and I take the girls. They love McFlurries, they love Frosties. Hey, babe, can I get a McFlurry with a hot price? Okay, baby, no problem. Whatever she wants, whatever her sister wants, I never say no. That's just who I am. That's just my character. I never say no. You think, I don't care if I have my only $5 in my bank account or if I only have $5. Mariah wants something, if Cynthia wants something, I said, okay, no problem, give me. Let's go, I'll pay for it. That's just the beauty. That's just the beauty of it. Just the beauty of going out and having fun.
Also, I'm really hoping we go on our first couple vacation.
We're trying to get that done too.
I really hope it happens because I really want to go to Disney World and eat at. My favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast. I love the movie. I love the dialogue and eating in Beast's castle, eating breakfast and dinner.
That'd be nice.
Eating with the characters. That would be very nice.
Yeah, me and her have had it planned for a while. When me and her first started dating, we tried to go to Florida. But being that me and her were only 19, it was kind of impossible to do at the time. But now that we're older, she's 26, I'm 26. She'll be 27 on August 17th. I'll be 27 on March 6th next year. So, hopefully soon enough, if all goes well, we'll be able to go on a Florida vacation. A lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Super excited, guys. Well, as you guys know, you see her hand, she's got the engagement ring. There's 2 rings on there. The flower one is the engagement ring, and the other carrot ring is the promise ring that I got her on Valentine's Day this year. Last year, her birthday is August 17th. So, last year, the day after her birthday, I had planned on asking $1 million question. I had the perfect.
Babe, you were so nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous.
You were very antsy. You couldn't stay still. I'm like, babe, what's wrong?
I was nervous.
And he's like, nothing. I'm like, babe, what's wrong?
Well, but you know what? Our plans kind of got foiled. No, I still proposed, regardless.
And I said yes.
Regardless of whatever was gonna happen, I still proposed. Our plans got foiled because I had the perfect setup. I was gonna say, Ethan knows, my cameraman. He said, we were gonna go to Long Beach, and if you don't know where Long Beach is, over there in Nissaquag and St. James, the sun literally goes down right over the ocean perfectly. It goes down perfectly right over the ocean out in the distance. And I had a perfect setting to go over there at Long Beach and propose and ask $1 million question. All plans got foiled because it started raining. I was like, oh, come on, man. One of the biggest days of my life and I have to rain? Come on, bro. Like, you know, what is this? So I said, okay, you know what, man? My father told me, you know, Miguel, it doesn't look like it's going to start raining anytime soon. You know, then eventually when Ethan showed up, you know, the rain picked up and started thundering loud, and we said, forget it. Let's just do it outside the house. You know, so it was me, my father, you know, you had my uncle, you had my buddies Dylan, you had my buddies Frankie, you had her family or her sisters, you know, her mother. It was, you know, it was pretty cool. I like, you know, when I answered the $1 million question, it's part of the greatest day of our life. And how'd you feel? Like when I asked you the $1 million question, how'd you feel about that?
I felt like, oh my God, I can't believe it's happening. My dream finally came true. It finally happened. I'm like, I had like happy tears down my cheek.
Yeah, we were all happy, you know.
And because I'm like, oh my God, my love of my life is asking me to marry him and getting proposed.
Yeah, you know, that was a pretty big moment for us.
And he played my favorite song from Lion King 2.
Love will find a way.
And I was surprised with that one. And you know, then he wanted to turn it up, and the father wanted to turn it down low.
Yeah, you didn't want to disturb the audio since we were taking videos. My buddy Ethan he's a cameraman. We were taking videos and photos. You didn't want to have the music loud because if you had it, you know, too loud, you would not have been able to hear what I was saying. You got majority of what I was saying, but you know, sooner or later we're gonna post up the proposal video.
And I cannot wait to walk down the aisle. Cannot wait for this marriage to be very long term.
Yep.
And a very long time. I don't want no fighting, no arguing.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fun ride. Trust me, we're gonna make this laugh, man. And you know, we already have our date picked out. You know, Lord willing. You know, yesterday was actually 3 years. Lord willing, it'll be July 3rd, 2022. We already have our date picked out. July 4th weekend. It's gonna be on a Sunday. Don't miss it, guys. July 3rd, 2022.
Yeah.
That's the day where me and her tie the knot. I hope you guys will be there.